All right, guys, today we're going to talk about replacing your DEF dozer. So the one that I have here today is a 2019 Freightliner Cascadia. As you can see, this one's a little bit easier for me. We're going to talk about two styles because not all the Freightliners have just the step. You guys may have that full fairing, and we're going to talk about what tools you'll need for that and what to remove. So I'll show you that on another truck just to show you how to remove the panel, which is very simple. Don't freak out, and it's very easy. We're going to need a 18mm socket. And then you're going to need a 12.8mm socket as well. And that's to remove the 3 bolts on your DEF dozer. And then the 18mm socket, right? 6-point, what we're going to do is we're going to loosen up the side of your bracket here, because what happened is there is 1 bolt that we need to get access to because the socket won't get on it. And then you're also going to need a flathead screwdriver, right? And that's just to take the plug off the dozer. Also clean the area as well as replacing the gasket, because there is actually a metal gasket. So it looks like a little round disc. So let's go ahead and hop right into this. I'm going to kneel down and show you what I'm going to do first. All right, guys. So I'm down here. This is where your DEF dozer is, right? This is where they spray in the DEF into your one box. So what we're going to do is there's a cover here. You're going to pull this back, right? You'll get access just like this. And as you can see, there's a yellow tab here. And what you're going to do is with your flathead screwdriver, just get underneath it a little just to help and pry down. Please be careful. It is plastic. You will break it. So if it gives you too much, don't wiggle it back and forth, but do not try to, just a little bit here and there. And it should slide off like that. So just don't, this will break. Just slowly move. Once you have this, get this out of the way. What I'm going to do is get my 18mm socket. These bolts here, right, along the side, because what happens is this socket, we need to get right in here. We can't get in here because of this. All we're going to do is remove 3 bolts and loosen 1, because we can use this like a hinge, right? So all we want to do is just remove these 3, loosen this one up so we can pry out a little, so we can get our socket right on. And then you can use your, I've got an electric ratchet, so we can move this along a little quickly. Just like that. Just like that one. And like I said, the very top one, you just loosen it. That's all you want, because you want it to support the weight. Now look what you got. And as you can see, I didn't loosen anything up over here. So all I need to jump, pull, all we got to do is just go here. That's all we have to do. All right. Now, yes, I have a ratchet. I'm going to tell you right now, don't use it. Use your regular hand ratchet, because you want to feel the pressure. Because if it feels like it's going to snap, at least you just work it back and forth so you don't break the bolt in it. All you want to do is take your time. Once it loosens, that's all you need. You should be able to, there you go. That one's easy. Now you could hit it up with some penetrated oil. If it feels like it's too tight, hit it with some penetrating oil. But for the most part, these should come off pretty simple. Yeah, so we got lucky. And then the third one, you guys, gonna be down here. Whoop. See the back of my head? There you go, right there. That's it. Once you do that, I'll take the bottom one off first. Use your fingers now. Just like that. 1 bolt is out. Slide this out. And guys, if you remember, lefty loosey, righty tighty. That's the second one and the last. There you go. And that's the last one. Now, once it's out, just like this, you can see that little disc that I was telling you about, right? That's your gasket. It's easy to pry off. And then you'll see 2 lines here, right? All you got to do is push the 2 tabs together. And once you push them up, wiggle them out. And it's gonna come out like this. Now, a little bit of def will come out. Don't freak out. You can put a little drip pan if you want. It's not a lot. It's probably like a few drips. So you'll see the two tabs here. All you do is squeeze them together and then you pull it off the part itself. And then when you want to put it back on, you just push, you'll hear it snap, and it's back on. So it's the same thing here. And there's a reason why I took these off last, because then you can move the valve so you can get to these little tabs, pinch them and pull. So this is the last thing you take off the valve. This here is where your disc is, right? You'll put a new disc on here. And then the other thing is, what you're gonna do is take your flathead, work around, and then what also would help, maybe a little warm water. It's not gonna hurt it, but I always use a flathead. You just open that hole. So now look how big it is. So it's always gonna be buildup, especially if you haven't taken it off for a while. And then what you'll do is you put the new disc on. You can use your flathead screwdriver again, go like this and pry to get it off, all right? It's very simple, just like this on each side. I'm not gonna do it on this because as you can see, this is fairly brand new. And then all you do, once you have the seal on, just put it up like that. And you can start your nut one bolt at a time. So once you get the valve installed, as you can see, I would put the def lines on first, and then you hang the top bolt, you know, the easy one first. And then what you can do is put the second one, and I highly suggest everything finger tight, because what you don't want to do is strip a bolt or cause any damage. And then just think that these are just very delicate area where you just put everything hand tight. And when you put the ratchet back on, you're gonna use the manual ratchet, not your electric, because like I said, you do not want to break anything or cause another issue, because to replace that, you have to have you got to know a really good welder, or you're replacing that one box, and you do not want to replace that one box. Just snug tight, and then a quarter turn, just like that, done. All right, you don't need to go full gorilla. Snug, and that's it. All right, and then you put your bolts back in. So all you gotta do is, once you find the hole, start it with your fingers. So this avoids cross threading. All right, there's one, my last one, number 3. And the reason why you want it loose is so you can have a little movement to line up the bolts. And then now you can go back to your electric and then start tightening them down. And then the last thing is your plug. Remember, the plastic's going to be fully extended out. You're going to slide it over. And then you're going to use this part to push up, and then push towards the plug so it's smooth. You should hear it snap. Once it does that, put the dust cover back on over it, just like so. So that's how you replace your def dozer yourself to save some money. Now, depending on your truck, if you have the step, it's going to be easy for you. If it's the one with the side fairing, there's only one more step we're going to do, and I'm going to show you right now. All right, guys, so for my lucky drivers that has the full skirt style, right, to access your one box, what you're gonna need is a T30 torque bit. And then there's 4 bolts, or there should be, but you should have 4 bolts on the top, 4 bolts on the bottom. I usually just grab everything as a whole, lift up, pull out, slide over, and then you'll have exactly the same setup that you did on the other truck that I just did. You might be able to, because it is a little different, the bracket might be sitting out a little bit further, be able to put all the bolts on. But if not, it's still the same concept. You loosen all 3, take 3 bolts out, loosen that top one, pry out a little so you can put that socket in. That's it. Other than that, it's exactly the same thing. All right, guys, so one real quick recap of what we've learned today, right? We replaced the def dozer. You guys can do this. It's here to save you some money. Not another technician needs to do it, so you don't have to run up that bill. Once someone says that you need a def dozer, or you see it leaking a lot of, that white substance, which is crystallized from def, you need that little round disc looking seal. Sometimes that's all you need when you see it, not to replace the valve, but the disc. So you can do one or two, replace the valve or replace the disc. And just clean up the hole. You can use warm water. Warm water will let it dissipate real fast, or you can use a flathead screwdriver to itch it out like I did, and you stick it in the hole to make sure it's all clean and cleared out. So just keep that in mind. And then remember to use your hand tool removing the valve off. You can use your electric for the other stuff, right? 18 millimeter for the side socket bolts. And then remember a 12.8 millimeter to remove those 3 bolts off your depth dozer, and a flathead screwdriver to take the plug down. And again, be gentle with the plug. It is made out of plastic. Just take your time, put everything back on. And then the last thing is, you remember, once you get the valve out, take those 2 def lines off by squeezing those tabs and then pulling. And when you put it back in, back on, just put it until you hear a snap. So that would be the last thing you do. And then the first thing to install once you put that valve. And remember, it's only going to drip a little. You're not going to have gallons of depth fluid hit the ground, okay? So you'll be completely fine. Once you do that, fire up the truck. Now, if you have a code for it, disconnect your battery for about 5 minutes, then reconnect it, and then take your truck for a long test drive, unless you can do a park regen on your truck so it can start learning the new depth dozer if you put it on there. And if you're just replacing the gasket, there's nothing to do. Just clean it, put it, install it, and then leave. There's no calibration or anything you have to do, because you're just fixing a leak from the little round disc. So guys, I know it was a lot of information coming at you at once. I hope this will help you save some money. Well, it should save you some money. If you guys have any questions, concerns, or comments, leave one at the bottom for me so I can read it, so I can help you out. Maybe I missed something, but I'm here to help. Also, if you like what you saw today, don't forget to pound that like button. And guys, subscribe. I'm here to help you save some money and get you that information. See you around.